The New England Patriots continue to prove they made the right call. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do, subscribe, hit the notification bell, as well, hit the like button. Boom. Thumbs up. Would truly appreciate it. Also, giving away free hoodies, multiple hoodies. Description below on what you need to do to win a hoodie. Not too hard. So, we're going to jump right into it. Keon White coming out and saying, listen, last year on this team, I was coaching myself. Gerard Mayo, this organization, the assistant coaches, I got no help from them. That should come as no surprise. Proving once again the Patriots made the right call in moving on from Gerard Mayo to help out these younger players. Keon White, one of those guys that could have a massive breakout season, especially with the addition of Milton Williams, Harold Landry III, as well as Barmore coming back and hopefully being 100% at the start of the season and through all 17 games into the playoffs. Yes, I'm adding that in there. But anyways, Keon White basically said, listen, I wasn't helped last year, had to coach myself, had to figure it out. He was asked to do things that naturally aren't his forte when he's playing the edge. He is more of a traditional defensive end, which he will be when it comes down to the Mike Vrabel, Terrell Williams defense. So this is good. Proving once again they're moving in the right direction. We've already seen multiple players say, such as Christian Gonzalez, listen, there is much more accountability. Mike Vrabel is a coach and he demands the best out of you. That has been that right there has been coming from multiple players in this organization that were on the team last year with Gerard Mayo in that poor culture, and now in the Mike Vrabel era. And they see it. It's night and day, ladies and gentlemen. So moving forward, this is huge for the organization. They continue to prove to everyone, they continue to prove to the NFL, to the media, to its fans, that they made the right choice. And I want to say this specifically about Keon White as well. Keon White has a ton of potential in moving into this season. Again, his first year, he had glimpses. Last year even had glimpses, especially at the beginning of the year before all these injuries started to pile up. So now, with all the weapons around him on defense, I am expecting Keon White to have a big year. What says you? What do you think? As well, do you think stuff like this that Keon White is saying and others are saying just continue to prove the debacle it was last year, and now how it's more crystal clear? There's more accountability. What is your thought? How does this make you feel? Again, there's a lot of people that I think thought that the Patriots gave up on Gerard Mayo too soon. I do not think that is the case. So what says you? Comment below. Next up, we're jumping into Stefon Diggs, Drake May. Now you're probably thinking, nope, I don't want to hear about Stefon Diggs and the bag and all this stuff. Nope, we're not talking about that. But what was really cool was they were both interviewed by the media and they were talking about each other. So first up, Stefon Diggs talking about Drake May. His first thing he said, Drake May is a dog and he's excited to work with him. So again, good to see. Again, I think Stefon Diggs is painted in a very negative light in the media. Again, people want stories. And when people want stories, they're going to say things that are probably much more outlandish and that can get a headline and all these different things. Drake May on Stefon Diggs said, listen, he's a great teammate. He shows he can be a leader out there, and I'm ready to throw to him. I'm ready to play with him. Obviously, he's still coming off that ACL injury, and they are trying to bring him in slowly, and they want to be safe to make sure he is 100%. Because we look at Christian Barmore last year, he came out. I think he was probably rushed back in, and then it was an issue again, the whole blood clot thing. So again, I don't think the Patriots organization wants to do that again this year. I don't think they want to go through that whole situation again. So it's awesome to see that both of these players are acknowledging each other. And obviously, you're like, Aaron, of course, why would players tear each other down? Why would they be negative? Again, it's just good to see the positive culture. We talked about just a minute ago, the poor culture that was on the team last year. And I forgot to mention this. Think about Keon White, where you have a veteran presence like Matthew Judon in how he carried himself last year. I understand the man wants to get paid. I understood that. I totally get it. But let's not forget last year when he was sitting out, refusing to participate, had a poor posture about himself, and it just was not good. And that's not good for Keon White, because again, Keon White could have learned a ton from a player like Matthew Judon. And again, I understand you got to do what you got to do. Go make that money. Go do what you got to do. Go get that extension, whatever it might be. But again, I think it was just went about all the wrong ways. And so back to Diggs in May, though, you see the positive culture. You see this stuff that is uplifting teammates, encouraging teammates. This is the stuff that we need to continue to see. This is the stuff that is going to build this team up, not only their relationships, but it's going to build this team up to success. And again, it just paints another picture that this narrative that people try to paint on Stefon Diggs is wrong, and he is going to move forward, and he is going to prove his haters wrong. Again, he's loading up. He's loading up, and he's ready to prove everyone wrong. So again, comment below. Tell me what you think about that. The Keon White situation. Tell me what you think. His comments, his words, and really what I want to hear too, when it comes down to it, when it comes to this team. I know I asked the other day, hey, what player has, I believe I said, what player has the most to prove? And we threw some players out there. I will say this, on defense and offense, pick one player on each side of the ball and tell me who you think is going to be the biggest breakout player on each side of the ball. I'm going to go on defense first, and I'm going to say, again, we're talking about Keon White today. I think he has some of the biggest potential to be that breakout player, so I'm going to say him this very moment. As well, on the offensive side of the ball, I think the person I'm most excited for and I think has the potential to break out the most would be Kyle Williams. I really, really think Kyle Williams is going to burst on the scene, surprise a lot of people. And I think a lot of teams are going to regret that they let a player like Kyle Williams slip through their fingertips and pass on them just to get picked up in the third round by the New England Patriots. So again, tell me what you guys think. You might agree with me 100%. You might disagree with me and say, Aaron, those are the worst two players. Tell me why. Give me your reasons. I want to hear it below in the comment section. As well, as we wrap up, I just want to remind you guys we are giving out multiple hoodies. They say Mayday, Mayday. They look great. They feel great. Fit well on me. I'm 6'4". I wear a large XL. Depends on the brand, but it's great. Feels comfortable. My wife wears it, and she says it's cozy. So when's the wife? Check right there. So that's perfect. Anyways, comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget, subscribe. Hit that membership. Buy some merch. I don't care. Do whatever. Support the show. You guys rock. We will talk tomorrow. Peace.